Good Thursday morning to all. Hope you are doing well. I see in the news that tattoo parlors are opening. It's essential, it appears. So, I would like to share with you two stories that come to mind when I hear about tattoos. Obviously, Jewish law prohibits it. Okay, so it's not a Jewish thing to have a tattoo. And the two stories I would like to share, number one, when I was taking courses in the University of Memphis about 13, perhaps 14 years ago, there was a fellow by the name of Carl Gupta. And Carl told me that he has anxiety and he's taking medications. And when I asked him what are his issues, he noted that he is extremely agitated and feels depressed due to what his faith did to the Jewish people throughout the ages. Carl was a brilliant man. He had great knowledge of history, was very well aware of the history of the followers of the Christian faith and what they did to the Jewish people. And he felt it, and therefore he took courses on Holocaust, and he was really an expert on issues of the Holocaust, but he suffered from it. I even suggested one time that he could always abandon his faith. We would welcome him. That didn't go well, but Carl felt that Judaism has indeed a lot to offer and wanted to have more knowledge about Judaism and took many of the courses that were offered there in the University of Memphis. At one point, he told me the following, that in his opinion, Jews don't have tattoos, right? They don't go for tattoos because they have a tattoo, and that's the Brit Milah. That's what he told me. And I thought that was an incredible insight that at least males, perhaps they have a need for it, have engraved into them, right? This ot, this sign that indicates a relationship with the higher being and an understanding that we value Jewish continuity. So that is our tattoo, according to Carl. What's fascinating is that afterwards, I found that the Shloch, Rabbi Shayo Horowitz, the Shloch Kadosh of the 17th century, notes that ka'akua, ka'aktovet kaka, the Hebrew words for tattoo. So if you take the word kaka, kuf ayin, it has the same numerical value as a shem, as a name. And he notes that for us, the name that is given at the Brit Milah, that is our ktovet kaka, that is our tattoo. So it appears that Carl had a concept that was shared by a Jewish thinker earlier on. The other story is one that I heard from Reb David Cohn, a great rabbi in New York, that there was once a member of the Hasidic community that seemed to be overwhelmed, and unfortunately he walked away from faith and tradition and from family and spent a few years living a lifestyle that was very far from Judaism. Eventually he returned, and he was able to return to his Hasidic garb and to his family and the shtreimel, whatever was needed and accepted in those communities. But there was one issue. He had a tattoo. Now, usually it was covered, but among Hasidim, they go to the mikvah. And when you go to the mikvah, men as well go to the mikvah every single Friday, some more often. And sometimes you have to show the tattoo. So this young man was always careful that he would only undress himself as he would be entering the mikvah, careful to cover himself, that no one should notice whatever tattoos he had on his arm. So one Friday, he was making his way into the mikvah, and he unfortunately slipped, and everyone present saw his tattoo, and he was extremely embarrassed, did not know where to hide himself. So there was a survivor there, and the survivor walked over to him and said, listen, I have a tattoo as well. I went through Gehenna. In other words, I went through hell. You too went through hell for the embarrassment and what you went through. So together, we're going to make our way into the mikvah. So this is a story I heard about what it means, right? To feel the pain of another person and to feel the fact that if you could assist someone when they are going through difficulty, that's the greatest deed of all. So this is a beautiful story that came to mind when I heard the news that the parlors are open. May the Almighty protect everyone who is getting out and interacting. Probably highly recommended to the best of our ability. Avoid all unnecessary social interaction And indeed, a refuah shalema to those who need it. We should hear good things. The main thing is to keep our spirits high and be grateful for what we have. It should be a wonderful Thursday and a good day. Bye-bye.